93-77. Alright, let's do this. So Fremantle, Geelong. I said Geelong, random chances Fremantle, and to be honest, I was expecting quite a close game. And then Geelong absolutely crushed Fremantle by the nice margin of 69 points, and they were on top for a bit. Oh, goodness. Richmond and Brisbane, both of us said Brisbane. Now, the reason I had tipped Brisbane was because I had to. Like, let's be real. I couldn't really tip, like, even though I've been known for being biased, this game I just had to. But we won it somehow by, 20 points or something, which was just a huge surprise. And I don't know if I want to tip against us anymore, because that was the one thing that I feared would happen. St Kilda and Port Adelaide. Well, both me and Ramchan said Port Adelaide, and it was actually a pretty close game, but St Kilda could not hold it on, which was kind of disappointing, but good for us, because better chance of being at the 8 now. Gold Coast and Western Bulldogs. Why did I say that? Now, both me and Ramchan said Bulldogs, and it actually was a pretty close game for a little bit, but the Bulldogs, they were able to hold on, and they won it pretty comfortably in the end. Alright, Demons and the Hawks. I said the Demons. Random Chance said Hawks, and I don't know, Melbourne were up by like, 30-something points or something like that. And then the Hawks were able to claw back and score a goal within like a minute to go. And they tied the game. So it's a drawn game, and I think everyone gets a point for that. So no winner. North Melbourne and Essendon. So I said the Bombers, so did Random Chance. And, you know, I think everyone could see Essendon winning this. But I saw North Melbourne with a tiny chance, because Essendon, they've kind of been a tiny bit inconsistent. But this game, they really should have won, and they did, so that's good. Alright, I swear to God. Magpies and the Blues. I said Magpies, so did Random Chance. And I said Collingwood because they were in a little bit better form than Carlton. I know ladder positions tell a different story, but that's what I said. And then the Blues were able to win it by like 5 goals, and Collingwood choked again. I've tipped Collingwood like 2 other times this year, and they've lost both those games. I've tipped them again, they've lost this game. I don't know if I ever want to tip Collingwood again because of this. Goodness. Alright, Adelaide and West Coast. Now, for some reason, and we both said Adelaide in this game. Jeez, we picked a lot of them the same this week. And I overthought this one. I wanted to say Adelaide because West Coast weren't doing so well. But I don't know why I thought that. I really should have just said West Coast, because, to be honest, they're always going to win. And final game of the week, Giants and the Swans. So I said the Swans, a random chance. Another one that we said the same. Who could have thought? And actually, it looked like the Giants were going to win. They were like 4 goals up or something at quarter time. And then Sydney just pulled off a pretty nice comeback down in Gold Coast. It actually kind of was expected, because Giants had like 10 of their players out due to COVID. But in the end, Sydney did win, and that's all that matters. So I didn't get the 6. Actually, I would have gone the 6 if I followed on my tradition and just tipped us. But it was 6 to me, 5 to Random Chance. So what was it, 93-77? Now it's 99. I almost got the ton to 82. Let's kick it off. Port Adelaide and Collingwood. This game was originally meant to be played in Adelaide, which actually I really would have loved to see. I really would have liked to see the Port Adelaide fans booing the Collingwood players when they come out, because, you know, the jumper thingy. Anyway, it will be played without fans at Marvel. So I think regardless of the ground, I think Port Adelaide should win this, because Collingwood not so good, Port Adelaide quite good. That was a dumb reason, but whatever. Carlton and North Melbourne playing at Marvel again, so 2 games at Marvel in a row. How about that? Honestly, this could go either way, because I mean, couldn't go either way. I think, okay, for a start, the Blues should be able to win this one pretty easily, especially after their win against Collingwood should really boost them. I like to use that a lot. So, yeah, I think Carlton should win. Although I would not be surprised if North Melbourne won, because I feel like they are an improving side. I mean, they are an improving side, but they are quite an improving side. Lions and Gold Coast at the Gabba. I mean, I can't really say anything about this one. I mean, despite the fact that Brisbane, they've lost their last 2 games that they probably should have won. And this is another probably should win game, but I mean, they should win this, the Gabba, because their form has going to died off a little bit, but I say that only because they've lost the last 2 games. But they should be able to ignite that flame again with a win. Eagles and the Saints playing in Optus, yep. So, I mean, if the Saints do win this, I won't be surprised. Like, to be honest, these 2 teams are, like, for some reason I didn't think about this, but these 2 teams are, like, very similar in terms of, like, getting into the 8. And if I'm going to be honest, I mean, if I will be honest, West Coast should win. It's our Optus, they're really strong there. Oh, here you go. Here's the game that everyone wanted to see. Demons and the Bulldogs. This is going to give me a headache. This time, it's going to be hard. But I'm going to say the Bulldogs. I'm saying them again. I think they've been a little bit more consistent, like winning recently. And the games they lost to, like, Geelong, which are, like, one of the top teams this year, obviously. And Melbourne, they've lost 2 games that they probably should have won. They've lost to the Giants. They drew against Hawthorn again last week. And they lost to Collingwood. So they really should have won those. And I feel like because they're less consistent, the Bulldogs will win this. Crows and the Hawks. Again, this one's playing at Marvel. 3 games at Marvel within 2 days. It's amazing. And, okay, now I think about it, it's a lot more harder. If this were to be played in Adelaide, I probably would have gone Adelaide. I would have probably said Adelaide. But actually, I'm going to say Hawthorn. I don't know why. I just maybe think them. And obviously, after their performance against Melbourne, they didn't win, but they were very close. And it's kind of nice to see that Hawthorn finally get their favour, if you know what I mean. Because, like, last year, it was Hawthorn versus Adelaide in Adelaide, but it was, like, Hawthorn's home ground. Now it's Adelaide versus Hawthorn in Melbourne, but it's Adelaide's home ground. Sydney and Fremantle. This one's playing in Gold Coast, and I really don't know, to be honest. Okay. I mean, Sydney have just been on a red-hot form. They've won pretty good games against the Giants, smashed the Eagles, won against the Bulldogs somehow. Oh, yeah, they did beat Bulldogs, but forgot about that one. So I think Sydney should win, should keep up that red-hot streak. Here's the game that's going to haunt me. Richmond versus Geelong at the MCG. If this were GMHBA Stadium, I would have locked in Geelong. Honestly, I feel like we have a very slight chance of winning. Oh my god, now, yeah, because I've tipped against us, and we won that, now I'm kind of struggling. Because, like, I've experienced... We'll come back to it. Essendon and Giants. This one is also at Metricon, and this is going to be one of the biggest games to decide the top 8. So, oh dear, yeah, this is going to be very hard. Oh dear. Essendon or Giants? Alright, I'm going to say Essendon because I feel like they've been a little bit more consistent at winning games this year. But I'm still struggling to... Richmond or Geelong. If I tip us, then... Oh my god. Like, I remember we played Bulldogs early in the year. I went for the risk and tipped us. We won. I'm going to do it again here. I just made it a lot harder for Random Chance to catch up. So Random Chance is going to start going quickly if it really wants to catch up.